Hi guys, I'm Eric Voss, and Doctor Strange is finally in theaters, and this movie's so great I could talk about it for hours, and I will do that in another video, but for right now, I want to talk about the two post-credit scenes after the movie. One in the middle of the credits with Thor, and another at the end of the credits with Mordo. And I'm gonna break down what happens and what it means for the future of the MCU, movies like Thor Ragnarok and Avengers Infinity War, and hopefully a Doctor Strange sequel. Also, spoiler alert, go watch the movie, then come back here so we can gossip about it. Okay, let's start with this first scene, the mid-credits scene. So we see that Strange is sitting down with someone in the Sanctum Sanctorum. That person is revealed as Thor. And Thor is very adamant that he doesn't drink tea. And instead, he picks up this awesome self-refilling pint of beer, which is perfect for Thor because now he doesn't have to smash it on the ground when he's done.
This drink, I like it.
I know, it's great, right?
Another!
So Strange tells Thor that he's keeping a watch list of individuals and beings from other realms, and Thor's adopted brother Loki is definitely on it. Strange then asks Thor what they're even doing in New York, and Thor responds that despite some family drama, that sort of thing, they're now looking for their father, Odin. Strange then promises Thor that he'll help him find Odin so long as Thor vows to leave Earth with Loki and Odin right away, to which Thor says, "Oh yes, promptly." And then Strange says, "Great, allow me to help you." Now the biggest takeaway here is that Doctor Strange will definitely appear in Thor Ragnarok next year, which is already hinted at with that leaked set photo of Chris Hemsworth holding a piece of paper with Doctor Strange's home address on it. And in fact, I'm thinking some version of this scene might end up being in Thor Ragnarok, the same way that the post-credit scene for Ant-Man ended up being a bigger part of a scene from Captain America Civil War. So it looks like in addition to Hulk appearing in Thor Ragnarok, we're gonna get Doctor Strange in it too, and I love that the three arguably most powerful heroes in the MCU are going to be in a movie together. Hulk's gonna like smash so many inverted buildings. Hulk confused by trippy visuals. And before we move on, just a couple more interesting things about this scene. One is that Strange already seems pretty familiar with not just Thor, but his family members. And that's a lot more than other people on Earth know about Thor, so already we're seeing Strange having done his homework. But also, why is Strange so desperate and relieved to get all the Asgardians, Loki, Odin, and Thor off of this planet? This is actually a big part of who Doctor Strange is in the comics. He considers himself a protector of Earth from cosmic threats from other worlds. That's actually the main mission of the Defenders in the comics. Historically, his character hasn't really been on the best terms with Asgard, so it makes sense that he would be like, "Yo, demigod, take your kind and get." Okay, moving on to the second of these scenes, the post-credit scene. Here, we see Chiwetel Ejiofor's character, Carl Mordo, and in the movie, he learns the secret that the Ancient One drew her power from the Dark Dimension, which is the same thing that the Mystics are sworn to fight. So, Mordo defects from the Ancient One. And in this post-credit scene, we see his next dark move. He tracks down Benjamin Bratt's character, Jonathan Pangborn. We saw Pangborn earlier in the movie. He was a paraplegic man who convinced Stephen Strange to go seeking out the Ancient One's healing power. Pangborn had also learned the mystic arts from the Ancient One, but he only uses his magic to move his body on a daily basis so that he can still walk. But here, Mordo confronts him, saying, "I've been away for many months now and I've had a revelation. The purpose of a sorcerer is to twist reality out of shape, stealing power, perverting nature, like you." And then Mordo attacks Pangborn, draining him of his mystic powers, leaving him paraplegic once more. And Pangborn asks, "Why are you doing this?" And Mordo responds, "Because I see now what's wrong with the world. Too many sorcerers." Now, this sets up Mordo to be more the villain role he plays in the comics, Baron Mordo, who repeatedly tries to destroy Doctor Strange and the Ancient One, but here we get a new interesting reasoning behind his actions. Mordo learned the hypocrisy of the Ancient One, and now that shattered illusion led him to believe that he has to thin the herd of people practicing those mystic arts from the Dark Dimension by drinking their magic milkshakes. And assuming that Mordo is absorbing that mystic power and adding it to his own, this sets him up as an emerging physical threat to Strange as well. Like, you can imagine a scenario where Mordo starts targeting mystics and absorbing their powers, kind of like Sylar in Heroes, making him a super dangerous enemy to overcome. But since right now we don't exactly know whether or not a Doctor Strange sequel will even happen, we might see Mordo show up in one of the other movies the MCU has planned, like Avengers Infinity War, which will supposedly tie in a ton of the MCU heroes into 2 movies. So maybe Mordo will end up siding with Thanos. Like, it could be one of those "the enemy of my enemy is my friend" situations. Or this could just be an open-ended tease in case Marvel wants to do more with this character, which they absolutely should, because Chiwetel Ejiofor is an amazing actor, and the MCU would really benefit from having someone like him play this interesting, complex villain. Or, you know, the MCU could just keep having those one-off villains who don't really pose a threat and die at the end of the movie. And while we're talking about sequel ideas, director Scott Derrickson said in an interview that he would love to bring Nightmare into this universe. Now, Nightmare appeared in the first first Doctor Strange comic, he's the ruler of the dream dimension. That's the realm that human minds go to when they sleep. Nightmare twists those dreams into nightmares so he can feed off of the collective fear of all of us while we sleep. Now, obviously, Derrickson didn't want to go this deep, this quickly into other dimensions in this first movie, but it would be awesome to see the MCU expand this world in the sequel. Also, I just want to mention that Nightmare rides this awesome demonic horse named Dreamstalker. That is such a cool name. It makes Mr. Ed sound like a real dip. Okay, let me know what you think in the comments, and keep an eye out for another video on Doctor Strange that we got in the works. Also, be sure to check out all the other videos that we've done on the Marvel properties, like Guardians of the Galaxy, Logan, Deadpool. We cover all this stuff. And if you like this video, hit like and subscribe to New Rockstars and share this video around. You can also support us on Patreon. Thanks so much to all of our current patrons. You are awesome, and we love all you guys. Thank you so much for your support. You can hit me up on Twitter at EAVoss with any questions or theories that you have. You can also follow New Rockstars on Twitter at New Rockstars for updates on our next videos. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Bye.